I think we are back. Second half action is underway. We missed one goal. It was a PK kick for Shelfie Zeiger for LaVille at 38-12. So the score now is 3-1 in favor of the Lady Lancers. And Lady Dragons are in a bit of a hole. They got some work to do here, Andy, to get back out of this here in the second half.
Yeah, they got the win, but so far they're just not playing to feet, and it's causing havoc. LaVille's beating them to the ball. Vanderbilt gets that one. Betts needs to hit it up the line.
Apologize here. We've had a lot of technical difficulties. We've been fighting through them. The weather's been one. The power issue over here at the press box. The LaVille people have been great trying to get things going. I want to thank Dustin Stevens
with the
bailing
generator.
us out. We got a generator right out the door here, and we're running on Jenny power for the second half thanks to Dusty. I offered him a dry spot up here in the press box to thank him, so he was very appreciative of that.
And now it stopped raining, but the wind is still blowing like mad. And the Dragons just going to have to figure out what to do here. They just need to get a few good hits here, and they'll be just fine.
Good job.
And good Manikowski once again.
Well, the wind advantage is definitely for the Dragons, but the ball's been down on their defensive end a lot.
Here you go, Dunlap, Baldwin. Baldwin gets in, and she gets clipped, and then she plays through, and it goes off of the back of Allen. Drops. Burkholder doesn't look. And they got to relax and settle, then play the ball. Stone, nutmegged, and Samantha Stone's got it. She plays it wide, and our mids are lost at the moment. Unfortunately, they weren't there, and here comes Sydney Miller to apply the pressure. Gorka's having her way, puts it wide to Aschenbrenner. And Overmeyer with a great tackle. Now, Dunlap with the miss hit, and she needs to get going. In the middle. Chipped and no good. And here comes the subs. Dunlap out. Vanderwill out.
Vanderwill in. Amani's in. Doddle's in.
Miller out. And Stone's taking it from the end. And it's going to skip. Allen slips it, gets the ball. Great work out of Allen. Hits it wide. Burkholder going to hit it up the field. And she does. And there comes Baldwin going to it. Baldwin has it. And it's out of bounds, corner for the Dragons.
All right, this is a crucial corner. You got to play the wind here, but they've got the advantage. If they can get this one in, bring it back to a one-goal game,
that'll build the energy for the Dragons. They had a lot of momentum. And PK kind of took it out of their sails.
Yeah, I thought they had to be happy. I mean, not being down one goal at the half, but to be a 2-1 game with the wind the way it was in the first half.
Ball's coming in. And it's a great ball. And it's off her back. And it's a good hit.
Oh, man.
She turns it. And Burkholder. And it's out of bounds, throwing for LaVille.
You can't get much better out of the corner than
that.
That
was a nice hit. Nobody was in front of her to get the goal. Somebody stand in front of that keeper, it's a goal. If not from that angle, it would have been a PK. And the ball's played out. It's deflected. She hits it with her left, and Betts gets it. Battles. Doddle hits it back in the middle. And the Dragons are just kind of kicking it towards the center and hoping. And there's a nice long ball. Switch the fields over to Kelsey Aschenbrenner. And Amani's faster. She does get there. And good work out of Brenner. Amani breaks it up. And here's a hit. And Manikowski picks it up. And she's going to punt it forward. And there's a hit. And it's over. And Morgan Baldwin should have been on the run. She's got her beat. She cuts it back. And she can't stop there, and she should be called for. He put the whistle in his mouth. Did you see that? Because Cox was making no play for the ball. Didn't make the call, and the Dragon's going to have to recover. Betts hits it back forward. And the midfield is empty. Here comes Dottle. Baldwin, again. She's going to run past Cox. And no foul, and it's out of bounds. Throw in for the Dragons. I want to see Samantha up and Alora back.
What time you got, Blake?
30 minutes exact.
30 minutes left. Dunlap in, Burkholder out. Dunlap needs to get that tenacity. We know they got it in them. Amani turns it. And she needs to make it a quick hit. Vanderweel, and the ball's cleared out. Too much playing with it. Somebody needs to cross it quickly. If I'm LaVille, I'm packing as many bodies in the center as I can. Headed forward by Gorka. Stone runs by. Hits it square. Now it's Dunlap versus Aranesh. And Dunlap gets around her. And she hits it up, and Allen mishits it. Shelfie has it, plays it forward. And Morgan Baldwin's going to get it. She's going to take a distance, and she mishits it. Played out of bounds, and the Dragons have all kinds of pressure. Let's see what they can do with it. Ball's in the middle. Hit wide. Dottle. It's on the ground and cleared by Cox. All right. Ball's in there. Shelfie hits it out again. Stone gets it in the middle. Miss hits, played out. Brenner versus Overmeyer. Brenner hits it wide. Overmeyer's going to shield it. Throws it in. Monty turns, goes. Ball's loose in the middle. Gorka. And the ball's played from Dunlap. Baldwin has it, and she needs to shoot that ball. And Shelfie's down. And Zeiger's coming out for a second. Shelfie's tough. She's got to be really hurting for her to come out. And Baldwin needs to pull the trigger on that. Coach Stone yelled at her, shoot it. The ball is wet. The grass is super wet. The goalkeeper's got to deal with all the bodies in front of her. That's a great shooting opportunity. She's hurting a little bit. And here's a kick for ball out. Headed back by Brenner. Headed forward. Broke up by Vanderweel. Allen. Baldwin gets split by Gorka. And Baldwin's called. And the official's not paying attention to Coach Stone. It's 1-for-1. When there's an injured player with one sub, you're allowed one sub, and he's not letting her in. Played wide. Allen Overmeyer hits it forward. Allen puts it in the middle. Dottle back over. Here comes Amani. They play it wide. Here's the throw in for the Dragons. And a little late now, but he gets her in.
Burkholder's going to come in. Morgan Baldwin's going to take a break.
All Coach Stone's going to tell her, you shoot it from the 18. It's wet. It's a new keeper. Test her out. She's not used to the wet game or ball, you got to work it. And bad throwing with that wet ball right there.
26 and a half minutes left to go here in the game. LaVille leading 3-1 over the Lady Dragons.
Well, they need to step it up, change a few things maybe. I don't know. The Dragons are just a little flat. They're applying the pressure. Allen gets it, hits it over. Laura Stone mishits, and they take it back. She battles. She tries to help her up. Looks right there to Baldwin and Dunlap, and then hits it straight out. All she has to do to play to feet. Betts. And miss hits the play, and it goes over to LaVille, but Dotto going to hit it back over to LaVille. And LaVille has it again. Dotto takes it away. LaVille gets it back again. The mids are down. Laura Stone. The ball's played forward. Samantha Stone has it. And the ball's played, and that's a great ball. It's got him burnt. Here goes Burkholder to Cox. Goalkeeper's out, and she gets it. Stone's letting them know that you got to be aware of that. Ball's played forward, and Ashenbrenner goes to it. Laura Stone miss hits. Nice little move. Plays forward to Kelsey Ashenbrenner. Stone's going to have to cut her off, and she does. And they're going to, well, I'm not sure. Going to have to step it up a bit.
Hampton and Baldwin back in, and Allen and Obermeyer going to take a break for the Lady Dragons. Zeiger comes back for the Lady Lancers.
The Lancers are playing tough. Unfortunately, that PK's kind of killed the Dragons a little bit. Dunlap goes to it, gets it. Oh, my word. That's weak. And it gives it a foul against Argos.
Rain coming down again here at Newton Park. Nice shot there by LaVille, and a little head slip and a header, and there's a big collision between the keeper Manikowski and one of the LaVille players.
He gives her a card. That's terrible. He better not give her a card. She was going for the ball. And he does. He gives her a card. Oof. Because, I don't know. That was a good 50-50 challenge.
Right.
I don't agree with that call at all.
So Esch gets a card, yellow card. And she's going to come off the pitch.
I don't necessarily agree with that call. 23-15, she gets a yellow. It's a 50-50. Both of them are going for it. And we said it earlier down there. The striker has as much right to the ball as the goalkeeper. So that's how it is. Stone's going to hit the long one. And the ball's going to skip. And Maddie Vanderwell has it. Goes around her. Plays it forward. And it's too far forward. Cox is going for it. And picks it up. Stone needs to go up, take some shots from distance. That's been her calling card all season. Maddie Vanderwell tries to get it. Ball's back from Brenner. Plays it forward. Betts right back over to Dotto. Dotto goes wide to Burkholder. Burkholder hits it forward, and it's taken. Here comes Dotto. Splits them, goes wide. Burkholder can't catch up with it. Ball's played forward. And there goes Baldwin. She's in. And it's square, and Cox hits it out, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Dragons. That's a good ball from Dunlap. And she's wanting, she sees me. And Alora Stone's out, so she's going to take a break and then probably come in for a position where Samantha is. And there's another ball for a throw-in, and then Samantha might be going up.
21:50 left to go here in the game. LaVille still with a 3-1 advantage over the Lady Dragons.
Dunlap hits it, and it's out of bounds. Going to be a goal kick for the Lady Lancers. Here comes the sub.
Taylor's going back. Sam's going up.
Taylor's back. Sam's up in the mids.
Sydney Hahn back in for the Lady Lancers.
Well, here's the thing. She will be marked. There's not a doubt about it. They'll be telling you to get on 18 quite a bit. You'll hear it from first get-go. Maddie Vanderwell with the bad hit, unfortunately, and it goes out of bounds. And Hampton back over to Aschenbrenner. It's played forward, and it's great to Aaron. And it's broke up by Dotto. Vanderweel. Aaron has it back again. Maddie Vanderweel has a moment, takes it forward. She's looking. She plays it up, and it's off of LaVille and goes right to Shelfie. She's going to get the ball back. Dunlap. Baldwin. Dunlap taking a chance.
Lightning. We have lightning in the area, so we're going to take a pause with 20.
And it's past us. The storm's past us, but you can still see it.
Yeah, if it's.
And that's going to kill the momentum of the Dragons.
Well, what momentum?
They were pressuring quite a bit.
They. So the ruling on this is how long they have to wait.
I think half an hour since the last strike.
So they're down there talking. You can see the officials. Will Haustrauser, the athletic director for LaVille, and you can see him looking at his watch. So
8:12.
it really wasn't.
Yeah,
lightning.
it's past. Luckily, the storm earlier didn't have a lot of lightning.
It's more a flash than it was actual lightning, but it's not something you want to take a chance with. Definitely. So, well, that gives us a chance to catch our breath a little bit here. It's been a whirlwind of a broadcast. Appreciate everybody that's been helping out here, all the LaVille folks. Definitely Dusty Stevens.
Generator.
Oh, man.
That guy's a savior.
Well, he was in his truck. He's got his work truck. He's in his truck, and he's watching us from the truck. He's like, he heard us saying, hey, we're having power issues. And he's like, so he texts me and says, hey, I've got a generator in here, and I got cord. I'm like, bring it over. So gave him some refuge with that, too. So,
man, sakes alive. That PK really hurt us.
I'm going to go ahead and stop recording. We're playing now about 57 minutes left.
Andy turned it off.
Two locker rooms over there.
All right, so the girls are going to go into the locker rooms. We're going to go ahead and run the halftime ads that we didn't get run at halftime because of the power issues, and then we'll probably just chit-chat here a little bit for a little bit. So we're going to take a quick break here. We're in a weather delay here at Newton Park where the LaVille Lancers are up 3-1 over your Argos Lady Dragons with approximately 20 and a half minutes left to go in the game. This is a sectional 35 final between number 2 LaVille and number 12 Argos. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
There's no better time than right now to buy or refinance a home, and there's no better place to go for a mortgage loan than First Federal Savings Bank.
Mortgage interest rates are still incredibly low, so now's the perfect time to talk with one of our loan experts.
We offer a variety of mortgage loans, from conventional loans to FHA and USDA subsidized loans.
We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Are you in pain from an injury or arthritis? What if there was a place that could meet all of your orthopedic needs? A place with some of the best orthopedic doctors and staff in the Midwest. A place where you're treated as a person instead of a patient. What if that place weren't in Chicago or Indianapolis? There is such a place. Rochester Orthopedics, your regional orthopedic specialist. When you're looking for comfort and relief, remember, trust the board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeons at Rochester Orthopedics.
Oh, here it is. You know what you're looking for underneath your truck? I don't, but I know who does. The professional service staff at Shepherd's knows how to fix my vehicle and get me back on the road fast. Schedule your next service appointment online at shepherdsrochester.com. From simple oil changes to major engine repairs, Shepherd's is the only place for me.
Farming is a way of life for many of our Hoosier families. Protect all of your farming assets with coverage from Evans Agency in Rochester. They offer farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your coverage needs. Judy Evans and her staff have been serving the insurance needs of this community for over a decade. Let Judy help you protect your farm, your life, your business, and all of your possessions. Evans Agency, online at evansagencyrochester.com.
Touchdown from every game, every Sunday afternoon.
Don't miss a touchdown with Red Zone from NFL Network and RTC Fiber Communications. Call today to get yourself set up for all the action. Protect yourself from personal attack on campus, in the home, at the mall, or wherever you are. Blue Dragon Taekwondo in Rochester is offering a self-defense boot camp so that you have the basic skills to protect yourself in an attack. Blue Dragon is the area's leading martial arts facility. Master instructor Dave Colger and his team welcome new participants and those seeking to learn the basic self-defense techniques. Contact Blue Dragon Taekwondo today to learn more about this exciting self-defense boot camp. RTC Fiber Communications is now serving the community of Argos. Now you can enjoy the incredibly fast speed and reliability of fiber internet. Stream movies, surf the web, or watch your favorite local videos on rtc4.com. All from RTC Fiber Communications, now serving Argos. Give RTC a call today or check us out online at www.rtc1.com.
Are the other guys offering you less than you expect for your trade-in? At Shepherd Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, they trade your way, offering you top dollar for your trade-in vehicle. Hi, I'm Chris Smith, PGA Tour player and Rochester native. Shepherd's prides themselves on giving you the highest amount possible for your trade. If someone is giving you less than you expect, come out to Shepherd's and give them the opportunity to find a deal that works for you. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick in Rochester, where they trade your way.
That was the 4 touches we had.
All right, we're back here from Newton Park. We are in a lightning delay. If we had a rain delay, we would have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, it's still raining.
It's kind of lightened up a little bit, but we've got unofficially about 20 and a half minutes left to go in the game. The Lady Dragons are down 3-1 to the number 2 team in Class A, the LaVille Lady Lancers. And they got a lot of work to do in the last 20 minutes if they want to see their season continue. If not, we're going to be saying goodbye to some seniors here tonight, and the Lady Dragons are going to be going home. So, Andy, I think we're just going to kind of let it go here. We're going to shut the volume down and put the camera on the field and let everybody just kind of take a break and relax. And as soon as we get the teams back on the field, we'll come back here from Newton Park and hopefully get the rest of this game in here shortly. So we'll be back as soon as we get word that the 2 teams are going to be heading back out onto the pitch. All right, welcome back here to Newton Park. The two teams are coming back out onto the pitch with Lightning was in the area, so we had to take at least a half an hour, I think, and the half an hour is up. There has not been any more signs of lightning. So the two teams are going to try and resume the game. They timed it out pretty good, Andy. About 2 minutes ago, it was just coming down in buckets, and
now it's stopped.
It looks like it's stopped for the time being. So where we're at right now, the Lady Lancers from LaVille are holding a 3-1 advantage. We've got about a little over 20 minutes left in the game, and the Lady Dragons got to get something going quick here. If they can get a quick goal coming out of this break, then they have an opportunity to put some pressure on the Lady Lancers if they can get it to within one, and then you never know what can happen after that. So we'll see. This is one of those things we talked about in the pregame with the weather. Now you throw in the delay, so it's going to be a matter of was there any adjustments made during the break by the coaches?
Yep.
Player positions, anything like that. So
well, if I'm LaVille, I'm packing the bus. I'm parking the bus back. They're up. They got 2-goal cushion. I would just make sure that they prevent nothing coming through the center, making them shoot from distance, which the Dragons can do. But that's the kind of the game plan, and then just do the counter once in a while to run that clock down as much as they can. But so that's just the way it is. I don't know for sure what Coach Stone's going to do, and don't know for sure what they're going to do there on LaVille side. We got one player with a yellow card, and that's Aaron Ash, number 2 for the Lady Lancers. They said it was a player control foul, and that's why she got it. Now the rain starts again. So here they go. They're getting ready to come back out as a team.
nobody's going to have any dry clothes after this game, that's for sure.
Fans? Well, we are. We are. The fans and the players definitely don't. The officials and coaching staff are all wet. But right now, we're doing just fine up here in the booth. So,
got to thank Dustin Stevens again for bailing us out with the generator. We're having power issues over here, and he was actually in his
vehicle watching
us, and he heard us, and so he texts and he said, "Hey, I got a generator." It's like, all right. So I am a little wet because I had to run out in the rain and get that generator.
Oh, that's just too bad for you.
the things that I do for
quality,
trying to get a broadcast on the air,
quality TV that we provide here in the booth. I tell you what, huge kudos to RTC4 for helping us broadcast this game. It's very expensive, and by the sounds of it, they really stepped up. Scott and the guys are just tremendous. And, we're just looking to see for the girls to warm up and get going, and the officials are looking like they're getting ready to head out. And
make sure that's not getting wet, Blake.
And it looks pretty dry to me.
Okay.
And we look halfway decent here. A couple drips.
I can feel it coming in on the computer. I don't want to.
All right. I don't see anything this way, so we'll just. The Dragons are loud and proud. Let's see what they do. I'm not sure whose ball it is. I tell you what, I've lost track. It's been such a long delay.
I don't even know. I think throw her out in the middle and do an old face-off like they do in hockey would work.
Well, I think they would probably do a drop ball, and it looks like Stone's going up.
Well, you were talking about that before we had the delay, so.
She's got a kind of a stiff jaw, so I'm not real sure what's going on. So if she's out there shivering, it probably won't go well for her. She's hurting.
All right, well, here's the trick. Hopefully they got warmed up because, this is the point in the game where,
stiff legs, pull something, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So it looks like they're going to.
Apparently the refs are remembering a little bit better than you.
Oh, it was a throw-in? Okay. So it looks like the Dragons And here we go. We're getting ready to start the game.
Unofficially, we have, of course, we don't have a clock going, but
20 minutes and 20 seconds left or so. And here we go. Ball in. A big throw in, and it's hit. Burkholder. And Laura Stone. Samantha Stone has it. Turns. Shot, and it's blocked. And it's going to be picked up by the keeper. So here comes the Dragons. The wind's blowing to the side now. Here's a hit. And it's played. They go wide. Hampton. Oh, and that's a nice little split out of Hampton. Goes right over. Burkholder back to Hampton. It's broke up. Ball's played forward, and she's offsides. And Lindsay Ashton-Printer's offsides. And Aaron Esch, it's great sportsmanship out of here, pointing it to the center official to let her know that she was offsides, even though all the girls made the big run all the way down, and Manikowski saved it. Manikowski did switch her jersey because she put a dry one on, which is absolutely smart on her part. It won't be dry for long, but at least it won't be totally sopping wet. Stone hits it forward, and it's broke up by Shelfie Zeiger. Turns, looks, goes over to Brenner. Hampton, and Brenner's on, and here comes Dottle. She needs to turn it up the field. Don't kick it down out of bounds, and that's what Coach Stone just told her. Kick it up the field to your teammates. Don't kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, she had some time there to just turn it and move
Hit it up field.
Yep.
Here comes Allen. Hits it wide. Dunlap's going in. Miss hits. And she's wanting her to drop it. And they hit it up the line. Vanderweel. And man, the girls just need to settle down. Stone's up on the attacking position. And it's missed. Brenner plays it forward, and here goes Aaron Esch. And Dottle plays it, takes it away from her. And it's missed, and Stone can't get it. Allen with a good header. Pulls it. It's a hit. Vanderweel. It's blocked. Allen turns it. Hits it forward. Shelfie Zeiger hits it back, and there's Dunlap. Dunlap down the line, and Stone's not. She is going to get it. And she plays it right over. And Burkholder doesn't go to it. And Burkholder with the hit, and it's going to be caught. And Coach Stone tells Samantha to turn and take it. Long ball out. Ball's Dunlap. And it's broke up. And as she holds it, puts it square. Zeiger looks. Miss hit, and Vanderweel. And lets it roll out, throw in for the Dragons. Dunlap goes down the line. She's going to get around, and it's played out by Cox. And it's going to be Dragon throw-in. And they call it LaVille or goal kick. Zeiger's going to take it. Not sure what happened on the throw-in.
So the Dragons boys team was victorious earlier today. They won 2-1 on PKs.
Long ball in. Allen can't get it, and Dottle hits it forward. Vanderweel settles. Turns it, hits it back up, and it's missed. And Cox is going out, and Stone's coming to her, and she beats her to it.
Won the sectional title over Culver Community. That was their 7th in a row, I believe.
Yep.
So they'll be playing next Saturday. That's going to be a home regional as well for the Dragons.
Ball's played forward. Vanderweel hits it up. Stone comes to it, misses. Turns, and they play it wide. Play it forward, and Brenner's on. Hampton will trace her down. To Brenner, back to Brenner. Hampton's fast, going to get there. Kelsey Brenner has it, turns. It's going to be a throw-in for LaVille. And there's a big hole in the midfield, and look at LaVille's using it. Long ball in. Manikowski gets it. Manikowski's going to punt it quick. And Stone's going to go to it. Nope, can't get there. And Allen gets out muscled, and the ball goes back wide. She comes from an offside position. She goes, and Brenner's like, I was offside, and she came from an offside position. The ball's played forward. Baldwin drops, plays it back, and that's super hard, and all she has to do is just tap it to her. Cox is going to knock it out of bounds. And Burkholder puts it in the middle. It's a loose ball, and she gets it, and they can't get there. And the pressure is definitely on. The Dragons are applying it down low. Brenner has it. Dottle steps, turns, played forward. And they play a foul, and it's going to be LaVille's ball. And it might be a little too late for the Dragons. 15 minutes left. LaVille will just keep it away from them as much as possible. And the wind has died down. The nice sprinkle still. Zeiger hits it. Knock forward. Allen. Betts. Betts hits it wide. It's broke up. And playing the feet becomes critical here for the Dragons. Brenner. Betts knocks her off. Betts goes back to her right and hits it out of bounds. Drop it to Dottle. Brenner has it wide. Dottle takes it away from her. Dottle hits it right to Gabby Allen. Gabby Allen hits it. Dunlap, and it's missed. Zeiger is going to cut over. Down over to Esch. And Vanderweel gets burnt. Vanderweel gets it again. Square. Gorka has it. Cuts in the goal. Hampton breaks it up. Hampton. And there's a foul from behind. And that's not good for the Dragons. Here's a good chance for Zeiger.
All right, free kick here for the Lady Lancers. We're under 13 and a half left.
Samantha's she's kind of forced to come back. She gets in the wall. It's a great hit, and it's way over.
Lady Dragons got to get something going, down 3-1 with about 13 minutes left to go here in this match. We're at the Sectional 35 final here from Newton Park.
All right, Manikowski's taking it. She hits it, and it's a good hit. Aaron Esch is going to Dutch touch forward. Headed back by Stone. Dunlap has it. Dunlap keeps possession and hits it forward, and it's broke up by Shelfie Zeiger. Dunlap. They're battling, and they call it on Dunlap.
Big collision there with Dunlap and Esch. Both girls up and going.
And the long balls needs to work for the Dragons at the moment. Stone's going to have to stay up. Baldwin's going to need to stay up with Cox all the way high. Stone will play her the through ball.
Lady Lancers are in no hurry here.
Nope. Nice hit. Played back. Burkholder hits it forward. Skips. And Dunlap's not going to get there. Dottle. Dunlap. It's over number 7. She's just turning it wide. Probably going to play it to Dunlap, and it's off of there, and it's Dragon throw in.
Did you hear that kick? That ball just has a different sound to it with the moisture and everything. It just...
Zeiger gets it, hits it up the field. And nobody gets it except for LaVille. Ball's played. Brenner. And Hampton keeps it up. Hits it forward. Baldwin making a run. Baldwin gets by her. Stone's going towards the middle. They hit it to Stone. It's missed. Dunlap can't get there. Maddie Vanderweel with the shot. And it's just over. That's a good hit from Vanderweel. And that's what they got to do. Man, that was a nice hit. We thought they had it on that one. And that's going to probably scare the coach. 10:31 left in the game. Dragons need to apply the pressure. Cox is taking it, not the strongest foot. The Dragons have seen her all season for travel. They should be able to understand where it's going to go. They need to look to this side. And see, there's the short one I just talked about.
But LaVille gets to the ball, and they're carrying it all the way down.
And it's missed by, and it's Brenner has it again. To Brenner. And Manikowski saves. And there's a goal! And that's going to probably be the end for the Lady Dragons.
To Esch.
Yep, Esch gets another one.
Nice work there. The Lady Lancers get down there, and Esch puts it in. I don't know what time you got there, Blake.
9:34 left.
So
Stone's probably going to take a midfield shot.
So the Lady Lancers can taste it now. They're looking to get their first sectional in quite a number of years.
I don't know if they have. Stone, and it's not on frame, and that's a good hit. And here comes the Dragons. Coach Stone's on them to get down there.
So the Lady Dragons, after being down 2-1 at the half, have gave up 2 goals now in the second half to LaVille and have fallen to a 4-1 deficit. Andy, don't set that there. Thank you.
Sorry about that. A little interference. I set my mic down for a second. Stone has it. Hits it forward. Cox knocks it back, and they play it wide. Nine minutes left. Pressure's on, and that's a huge deficit for the Dragons. A lot of things working against the girls. The weather was not good for them tonight, but the LaVille Lancers played in the same stuff, so they are done very well. Stone has it, takes a turn, gets it wide, right to Maddie. Vanderweel looks up, and the miss hit. She still hustles after it. Just a ball straight to Dunlap, and Dunlap's got a 2v1 with Baldwin. And Brenner creating quite a bit. Betts hits it forward, and it's off of Brenner. Throw in for Vanderweel. Allen. And, of course, Shelfie runs through and clears it out. Good play by her. And number one looks like number one versus number two in the regionals. Wheeler versus LaVille.
The regionals are going to be held.
Oh, my goodness, girls. Play defeat. Coach Stone's not going to be happy at the moment.
Held right here at Newton Park next week. So looks like LaVille's going to have a home path at least through regionals and see what they can do. But
Baldwin gets it. Stone's making a run. Baldwin hits it a little forward, and Gorka takes it.
She just kind of
Alora Stone looks, gives it over to Dunlap. Dunlap's got to get in the middle, and it's too far. And you could switch fields, and it's open. And unfortunately, we just get the ball back, and it's unfortunate that they hit it that far ahead. Ball's played up, and that's a good hit from the keeper off of Betts. Out wide by Aschenbrenner.
Well, there's about 6.5 minutes left to go here.
Hey, I've seen stranger things happen, but it's really going to be a big hill to climb. I want to see them keep fighting, keep battling, and put a couple goals in.
Senior Sydney Miller checks back in for the Dragons.
And LaVille hits it forward. Betts with a great stop. Battles and turns back right. And then kicks it out. And you can kick it up the line. They got time. And that's a good throw in. Dottle. Betts. And that's a good ball in. Dunlap moves to it. Nutmegs her. And the second player, Shelfie's been there. Hits it up, and now Manikowski gets it. And there's the ball. It's going to bounce over. Stone turns, heads it. Heads it again.
Ooh.
Nope, she doesn't. She should have headed it, but I thought she was going to. And I don't know what the call is. He didn't hit her. The ball never got above her foot, never got above her waist or even above her knee. Yikes. Oh well. And Shelfie Zeiger falls. Stone Dottle mishits. There's a hit from Brenner, and she's just getting it out of bounds, taking as much time as possible. And so many things that needed to be changed for tonight as far as the playing to feet for the Dragons. LaVille has been the better team, unfortunately, for them. And it was a lot of pressure, and that second penalty kick there that gave them that 2-goal lead was just too much for the Dragons. Baldwin has it. Dunlap goes.
Yeah,
out of bounds.
That PK by
from that point on, it was a little bit rough for the Dragons. They had some high pressure. Then the Lightning really took it out of them. Stone to Dunlap. Dunlap off, and here comes the corner. Stone's going to take it.
Zeiger got the PK in the second minute of the second half, and
that's been a hard pill to swallow.
Yep, the wind out of the sails of the Lady Dragons ever since then. It took them down 2, and now they're down 3.
Yeah, Coach Stone moved Samantha up to try to get to the goals. And here's a left-footed shot, and it's just wide. No good. And
4 minutes left here.
Just the ball's not going for the Lady Dragons, and the Lady Dragons are feeling the pressure, and the Lady Lancers are starting to savor this lead. Slipped by Brenner, down by Betts, plays it forward. Dunlap. Looks, and heavy hit, and it battles. Stone. Well, we saw the same score line in the regular season. And the Lady Lancers just too tough for the Lady Dragons at this moment.
Well, the Lady Dragons have, Coach Stone's been playing a younger lineup here today. There's 4 seniors out on the pitch tonight. So, unfortunately, the seniors, they're going to have to call it quits for high school. But there's a lot of promise with the younger players. We've talked about that sophomore class that Coach Stone has, and I've seen, Maddie Vanderweel has played very well tonight for a freshman coming out here, her first major varsity experience.
And Cox clips Baldwin, and she's down and she's hurt. And Coach Stone comes out now. Trainer.
All right, did they stop the clock?
Yeah, they hasn't, but I think he did down there. He's not signaled.
He's got the clock, so he really doesn't have to signal, I guess.
And there's Shelfie, friends with Morgan and Samantha and Shelfie are helping Baldwin off the field.
Can we open that window back up? I think the rain stopped.
And
there we go.
And I don't know what the call is on the field.
Morgan's been kind of holding her chest all night. I'm just wondering if she's not.
Well, Coach Stone said, hey, that tackle was from behind, and you didn't even give a foul on it. He's not real happy with it. That was in the box, and he said that Cox clipped her from behind, which is kind of what we saw. But you know what? It's not going to change the score line too much. It's not going to make a difference between the. So
keep it on her there.
Good work out of Baldwin. And she's not feeling good. And what a great season she's had. What a great career for the Lady Dragons. Tons of heart. And this is not the way she wants to end the season. And it's just a little bit unfortunate for the Lady Dragons tonight. Ball's in the middle. Gets broke up. And here's the throw in.
You know, we've talked about Morgan's progression and just how well she's put everything together this year.
Yep.
I don't have her totals on her goals and everything, but she's had a tremendous senior year, and it's just a bad way to have to go off the pitch. But unfortunately, it's going to come to an end for the Lady Dragons here tonight.
And Shelfie's played a quality game back there. Done very well. Brenners, Esch. A lot of the players have worked really hard, and, you can't complain about that. Dean heads it back, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for LaVille.
Katie Dean, number 4, another senior for the Lady Dragons, gets out onto the pitch here this evening.
Yeah, not from lack of heart and effort from the Dragons. LaVille's just a little bit better tonight, and different weather, different conditions, narrow field. There's a lot of things that doesn't work well for the Dragons, but they were a better team. She drops it, and, Laura Stone didn't read that from Stone. And here comes Dottle.
There she goes.
There it is. Stone has it. Up to the hit, and Shelfie Zeiger runs through it. And unfortunately, LaVille, you got to give them credit. They've worked hard. They're a darn good team. They've made strides this year. And you got to congratulate their new coach. He's done a tremendous job with these girls. He really has.
Brand new coach?
Yeah, new coach. This is his first year with them.
Okay.
He's got a ton of talent. He really does. He does, and
Daniel Fliniger.
Yep.
Is that how you
And
say
Shelfie
that?
Zeiger's boot is totally tore apart. Yeah, unfortunately, they won't be able to announce loudly the sectional winners for the LaVille Lancers. And there's the game.
And that's going to do it. The LaVille Lancers are your 2017 Sectional 35 champions.
And Samantha's instantly crying. And the girls, they don't need to hang their heads. They worked hard. They battled. They did well.
Well, Andy,
it's never easy. I've been through it.
You and I have both been through it.
We've been through it in multiple sports. It's never easy. And, a couple of things here or there changes the game altogether. And it's just unfortunate for the Lady Dragons. And it was good work. It was good work out of LaVille, Lady Lancers. They did very well. Coach Stone can't complain too much about much of anything. The girls had heart. They just were just a little bit outmatched tonight. And that's just how it goes. So Stone, a lot of the seniors, they're done. They go out not the way they wanted to, but that's just how it goes sometimes.
We got 9 seniors for the Lady Dragons that are going to see their high school careers come to an end. Of course, the duo of Abby Manikowski and Samantha Stone, 185-plus games together from, Pee-wee leagues all the way up through what we just saw. So Katie Dean, Sydney Miller, another senior, Zoe Fields, Lexi Vanderweel, she's had a tremendous season this year.
Here's the captains receiving the game ball.
There's Lexi and Sam getting the game ball. Of course, Morgan Baldwin.
That tells you kind of how she feels right now. She throws it straight out, and she throws it straight over to the sideline and jogs over to the fans, the team. And great game, great work out of Lady Lancers, and that's good stuff out of both squads. And, LaVille is a better team tonight. And you got to congratulate them. You can congratulate Coach Stone and his staff. They had a great season and a great run. And unfortunately, it's come to the end. So
the Lady Dragons season comes to a close. Their final record is 12-6-1. And congratulations to the Lady Lancers. They're going to move on. They're going to be back here next week for regional action. They're currently at 15-3. So Andy's going to check out. He's going to go down and talk to his daughter. Don't fault him a bit for that. So final score here from Newton Park. The Lady Lancers win 4-1. They had a 2-1 lead at the half, and then they put in a PK in the second minute of the second half by Shelfie Zeiger. And then Aaron Esch topped off the scoring with 9:33 left to go. And your final score is 4-1. And you can see the Lady Dragons over there. And then let's point it over here and get the shot of the Lady Lancers, if you would, Blake. We're here to cover the game. So you can see the Lady Lancers victorious here tonight over the Lady Dragons. We give them congratulations. And a lot of those girls, like Andy said throughout the broadcast, very good friends with all the girls from Argos. They play together in the summer. They play together in the spring. They play together a lot. So, you know, you don't want to see the season come to an end, but you know, if you got to get knocked out, I guess. You know, LaVille is a good area, good team, good program, and we give them all the kudos and congratulations. They were just the better team here this evening. They came out and just you know, beat the Lady Dragons in every aspect of the game. So unfortunately, the Lady Dragons season is going to come to a close. We talked about it earlier. The boys did win, 7th straight sectional win for the boys. And they'll be in action next week down at Eugene Snyder Field. They're going to take on Boone Grove in the first game, 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. So if you can't make it to the game, try tuning in here to rtc4.com and checking us out. We'll be there broadcasting live from Eugene Snyder Field with the boys regional soccer action. So appreciate everyone for tuning in to tonight's broadcast, and if you stuck it out through the weather delay, appreciate that as well. We had a half an hour lightning delay in the middle of it, the rain, the lightning, the generator out back. We've been through it all tonight, but we came through the other side, and appreciate you for sticking it out with us. So for Blake Thomas on the camera, Andy Stone on the call, Steve Stricker, good night here from Newton Park. We appreciate you tuning in.